In order to check your supervisor's mail, the first thing you need to do is make sure you have on your TA badge. Then you're going to come into the front office through this hallway door. And then here off to your left will be the mailboxes. This is where you will bring mail, pick up mail. When you have to do mail that's leaving the building, so if you're doing outgoing postal mail, okay, so this is somewhere not within the school district. If you're doing outgoing intra-district mail, that means going to another school or building in the school district. They'll go in these bins. There are 3 copy machines. There's one up in the C-Wing building that is only for people working up in C-Wing. There's one in the B-Wing office that is for students who work in the B-Wing classrooms or the A200 area of the A-Wing. This one here in the front office is located just past the mailboxes, and it is for students in the gym, upstairs D-Wing, or over in the A100 classrooms. To use this, you'll have to get a supervisor's password. So whoever you work for should give you a login code. It's a 4-digit number. You'll come over here and type in your number and then log in. It then gives you several options to choose from. The first one and main one that you'll use is copy. When you're here, you'll have other options to choose from. For example, if you want the paper to only print one-sided. One-sided means the piece of paper is going to have something on one side only. If so, you don't have to select anything here. It's automatically going to do one-sided. And you just put your paper here in the tray, tell it how many copies you want, and hit start. It will then spit the paper or the copy out over to the left. Sometimes you're going to want something to be 1 to 2-sided. That's where you have 2 pieces of paper with information on one side, and you want it to have information on both sides of paper. So you're going to put both sheets of paper in the feeder face up. You're then going to tell it to go 2-sided. We want 1 to 2-sided. So we say OK. Tell it how many copies we want and say start. That will then give us a copy with 2 sides of information. Sometimes we want to have information that is copied from one sheet of paper that has 2 sides to another sheet of paper with 2 sides. So again, I'll place that face up in the feeder. I'll go to my 1 to 2-sided button and I'll say 2 to 2-sided. And now I'll say OK. And again, it'll make the copies I need and spit it out over here to the left. Sometimes when I come in here to use the copy machine, I need to be able to do what's called a secure print. This is where your supervisor has sent something they need to be printed to this machine. In order to access that item, you have to select Secure Print, find the item they printed, say Secure Print, type in their code, and then say OK. Once you've said OK, it will print the item out and spit it out to the left. When you're all done, you'll select the logout button and make sure that the screen is cleared. You'll also make sure you have all of your papers from everywhere. Make sure you clean up. If there's anything that was a mistake, you're going to put it into the recycle bin. And everything else you'll return with you to your supervisor's classroom. Some rules for being in the copy room. Number 1, you have to wear your TA badge. Number 2, when you're in line waiting to use the copy machine, staff get to cut in line. So if you're standing here, you're already logged in and making copies, finish what you're doing and then get out of the way. If you are waiting in line to use the machine, staff just get to cut in front of you. While here, no cell phones, no earbuds, and you need to be quietly talking. So it's not a place to sit here and socialize. There's no food or drink allowed in here. You just come in here, do your job, and leave. Occasionally, you might need to do things like add paper or clear a paper jam. In order to add paper, underneath the counter, there is paper that you can access. Okay, just take it out of the bundle, recycle the bundle wrapping, place it in the drawer. You want to make sure when you place it in the drawer, you have it tight. You don't want to have it all sticking out or anything. You want to make sure you put it in there nice and tight and then close the drawer. All the drawers are soft open. So again, you just pull it open and gently slide it closed. You don't need to slam anything. When going to clear a paper jam, read what the screen is telling you to do. Look for the directions on the screen. These items open quite a bit, so you can open the front as well as these sides. Okay? When you're opening it and you go in here to start clearing paper jams, only touch the green. I'm going to say that one more time. Only touch the green. These get hot, so you don't want to touch anything that might accidentally burn you. So you can do that. There's a green item down here, so you can open the tray down below. Okay, these things pop up, so you can pull things out from underneath them. Some green knobs turn if you need to move something out that way. Sometimes you might need to clear the pieces from the 3-hole punch, in which case you go over here, throw that in the garbage. Same with staples. Sometimes you need to clear the staples. Again, we're being gentle so that we don't break anything, okay? When you're all done clearing all the paper jams out, you make sure everything is closed back up, locked into place, and you should be able to continue your copying. If at any point in time you have a problem with this, you can contact myself, Miss Underwood, or you can very nicely knock on Miss Wallace's door and see if she's available to help.